You have a cell phone anywhere on your body, whether it's in your pocket or in your purse. I'd be surprised not to see hands. Okay, now keep your hands in the air if you have a camera within your cell phone. Okay, I'm going to make you work harder, stay there. Okay, if you take a photo at least once a month with your camera phone, please keep your hands raised. How about once a week? Okay, you know where this is going. How about once a day? Okay, so a significant number of people in the room are still taking photos with their camera phone once a day. Did you know that over 14 million photos a day are uploaded on Facebook? Over 5 million on PhotoBucket, and nearly the same with Flickr. So the whole point of that exercise, although we might have a techie skewed group here, you're actually pretty representative. There are mass numbers of photos being taken every day. The question becomes, what are you doing with those photos? And I'll answer this one for you guys. They're sitting in your hard drives, they're on your phone still, they are possibly making it to the desktop background of your computer. I'm willing to bet that most of you have photos on Facebook, PhotoBucket, and I'm also willing to bet that almost none of you in this room have printed a photo in the last month. Okay, that answers my question. Why all the laughs? The point of this is that we are having mass numbers of photos taken, but they're not going anywhere. So for a user experience, if you look at all the photos on your cell phone, you pretty much lack a true user experience. You have this momentary blip where you see it, and yet you don't get to live it. I don't know if you guys remember the good old days when we had frames on our desks at work. Usually they were Tiffany, they were silver. Those photos stayed with you. You relived those moments. The problem is that these photos were supposed to be on your frames with digital photo frames. Nearly 10 years ago, digital photo frames came to the market. You've all heard that term before. The problem that all the consumers say is that photos just simply can't get to the frame. So how do you solve that? Well, there are a few important things that the industry references when they say that the frame is going dark. So there's a good chance that your photo is either back in the box in the closet. Your photo that you gave, your digital photo frame that you gave your mom still has the same photos on it from 3 years ago, and now the kids are 3 years older, and it's not very representative. Or you've actually returned the frame, and you'd be amazed that digital photo frames, nearly 20% still to this day are returned. So all of this gives you background for why we created Vizit. Vizit is a digital photo frame, but truly it's a mobile internet device. What that means is it has a SIM card embedded in it, just like your cell phone. So it has its own identity. Like your cell phone has a phone number, your frame actually has an email address, which allows people to send you photos immediately. So for the photo that you just took of your kindergartner getting on the bus for the first time, whether your mother lives down the street or across the country, it only takes about 1 minute for that photo to get to her. So now that visceral, emotional photo has arrived, and she's part of that experience. So Vizit's cellular capability also allows it to be pulled out of a box, and it just works. That's what my grandmother thinks. It just works. You literally take it out, plug it in to an old-fashioned outlet, and photos start arriving. There's no Wi-Fi, there's no Bluetooth, there's no need for a USB stick. So what we have done is taken all that users have said for 10 years and made what they wanted. So Vizit is cellular, and what that also allows is the frame to not just receive a photo, and I don't know if, did you send it?
Yeah.
It arrived.
It already popped up.
You can actually reply and share from the device itself. I know most of you can't see this, but there is a touchscreen, and there's a user interface that gets pulled over the photo, which you can come see at our booth, and you can reply from the frame. So my grandmother, who doesn't have a computer, you can see the new photo arrived, who doesn't have a computer, who has no way to contact us via email, she now is part of the communication. Or if I'm sitting at my desk, and this isn't the case at my office, but I know some of you can't get on Facebook, that photo that you have to wait all day to see, you can actually now see it on your desk because your friend was kind enough to email it to you. So that is why we created Vizit, and although there is a frame, there's also a website that goes with it. And I don't want to confuse you, it doesn't mean that the frame is Wi-Fi, but it means that you can remotely manage the frame from anywhere. So for my grandmother, a good example, who doesn't have a computer, which I mentioned, She will delete a photo by accident on the frame. I will log on to visitme.com while I'm at work or in the airport or wherever I am. It will send the photo back for her, and it magically arrives. So she's taken care of, but I have a convenience factor. I have not seen her frame since she got it, which, although unfortunately she lives 30 minutes down the street, I can say that it's the beauty of cellular. And that's why we chose to build Vizit as our first mobile internet device. That's it.